He won't do what you tell him. So, come, let's build strong homes. Let's joint the doors firmly. Practice to form the body, make the heart steadfast. Do this, and the wind will be friends with us. So, here the poet is making friends with the wind. What the poet is saying that the wind will not listen to us. The adversity in life will not listen that you are weak. So, I will not destruct you. I will not harm you. It never happens. The wind blows equally for all the people, either strong or weak. We should be ready to face the adversity or challenges. Now, how can we prepare ourselves? We have to become physically and mentally very strong. Next, he says that, so come, let's build strong homes. Let's joint the doors firmly, practice to form the body, make the heart steadfast. Steadfast means firm. Do this, and the wind will be friends with us. So, here the poet is making friends with the wind. What the poet is saying here, we should close the door of a house firmly, strongly, so that the wind cannot get into it. And then he says, we should make the bodies also strong, and our heart should also be steadfast, means firm. So, here the poet wants us to be strong to face the challenges of life. Once we are strong, all the challenges will be our friends. We will not feel any trouble. We will feel them as our friends. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. Here in last paragraph, the poet is comparing the wind to God. He says that the wind is God and we praise wind every day. So, what we come to know that the wind blows out weak fires. So, the persons who are weak get finished in the strong wind, and the strong people roar and flourish, means they come out as stronger persons. And so the poet is saying that being friends with the wind means we are strong enough, and so this is a good friendship, and then we grow strong, we become friends with wind, we feel that we are good enough, and we'll praise the wind because it helped us to grow as stronger and better person. So, the poet has given a very important message through this poem that we should not feel bad that we are facing challenges in life. We should make ourselves physically and mentally strong to face all the challenges of life. Now, let's talk about the literary devices used in the poem. There is no rhyme scheme in the poem. This poem is written in free verse. Very important literary device is anaphora. When any particular word is repeated at the start of two or more lines, like in the first para you can see the three lines are beginning with don't. Like don't break the shutters of the windows, don't scatter the papers, don't throw down the books. This is called anaphora. At one more place where this device is used, like you word has been repeated in three lines. You can see, you tore the pages of the books, you brought rain again, you are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Here also anaphora device is used. Next literary device used in the poem is personification. In the entire poem wind has been personified. Here you can see the poet says, you are very clever. The poet is addressing the wind as a living thing. and in last paragraph he uses he and his for wind. So he personifies the wind. This is called personification. Another device used in the poem is repetition. As you can see, crumbling word is repeated so many times. This repetition is made in order to lay emphasis. One more device is there, that is alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of the consonant sound in close connection. You can see wind, winnow. In this line, the wind goad winnows and crushes them all. Here, two times wa sound is repeated, wind winnows. This is alliteration. Again, in next line, won't what. He won't do what you tell him. Here also, wa sound is repeated. This is called alliteration. Next is symbolism. Symbolism is also used in the poem. Symbolism means that a thing refers to some other thing. Like wind is a symbol. It refers to the challenges of life. So that's all about the explanation and the literary devices of the poem.